Action Jackson. Today we have a unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna. I can call. I guess it's called an expose. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. But this audio recording slash video is unfortunate. This has to do with PayPal, and if you are a seller, this pertains to selling. If you're a buyer, I guess you don't have to worry. Per usual. Seller here. And as a seller, I gotta say this is frightening. So I got an email today. This is earlier this year. We notified you that we're updating our user agreement to change our refund policy. We want to let you know that the policy change is going into effect beginning October 11th of 2019. In line with industry practice and according to our updated policy, we will not charge a fee to process refunds, but the fees from the original transaction will not be returned. And that's where we stop. That is absolutely highly unethical, highly immoral, and unfathomable. And let's take a look. See if my phone even agrees. Jesus. It's saying spot on. That's what my phone is saying. All right, so let's take a look. So here's an example for you. So if you do a $600 transaction, you sell anything. You sell a piece of equipment for $600. And for whatever reason, you do not have the item anymore or it's out of stock, which is possible. It's very possible, especially if you have a lot of inventory. And let's take a look. So let's do 600 times 0.03. 600 times 0.03. That equals $18. That's $18 PayPal is not refunding you. That's basically what the policy is saying. That does add up. If you are a high volume seller and you do a lot of transactions and there happens to be refunds, it's very important to keep inventory updated. Obviously now, this is when then you got to do it. That $18 adds up. Holy crap. That's $900. 900 times 0.03. $27 doesn't get refunded. I don't understand how somebody can go with this change. How could you do something like that? We only adjusted our policies when we were confident the changes are fair and aligned with the value that our services provided to your business. That's so untrue. That is all untrue. How is that fair in any type of way? And then it goes on to say about what services PayPal provides. Half the services, people should expect when you're doing business with a billion-dollar company or whatever the hell they are. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna call them right now and get an explanation of why they did this. Hopefully, somebody can explain to me. I'm gonna call a live representative, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what to expect. I don't think they're going to really have anything to say to me, really, besides the company line. But let's call them right now and check things out. This video might be edited pending certain things, information. And yes, PayPal, you are being recorded. You are being monitored for stupidity type reasons.
Thanks for calling PayPal. This call, including conversations with you or any other person, may be recorded or monitored for quality purposes. The number you're calling from matches our records.
Customer service.
For verification.
Customer service.
What are the last? Sorry.
Customer service.
I still did. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, agent. In a few words, tell me what you're calling about.
Customer service.
All right, but first, to get you to the right place, say, open a PayPal account, suspicious email, unknown charge, or how does PayPal work?
Customer
words.
service.
Sorry. To make changes to your account,
Customer service.
linked cards
This is
and
painful.
bank accounts, change account info.
Customer service.
All right. Let me get someone who can help.
That's the
Please
key
note,
to get through.
when you speak to an agent, they may ask you to confirm your email address and account information since we couldn't do it earlier in the call.
Yeah, okay.
For your help. A recent transaction.
For quality purposes, this call may be monitored and or recorded.
Transaction to get the specifics. If you don't, all of our agents are
You gotta
assisting
be
other
kidding me.
callers. Rather than wait on hold, we can call you back when it's your turn between 7 and 10 minutes from now, and you won't lose your place in line. If you'd like us to call you back, press 1. For more options, including how callbacks work, press 2. We'll call you.
Okay, so I called customer service and I'm on hold or wait. They're gonna call me back in 7 to 9 minutes, which is actually a decent thing PayPal does. They do the callback. You just leave your name or whatever, and they'll call you back in the 7 to 9 minutes. The only one time they haven't called me back, and well, I ended up calling them back, and that was that. So we're gonna hear what they say. I'm expecting, again, like I said, I'm expecting the company line here. I'm not expecting a full-blown response. I really want to know from the higher ups, what are you thinking doing something like this? You know, people are not going to realize what's going on here until probably like a couple months after it starts affecting them in the bottom line. I think the threat of Cash App, Venmo, actually Venmo's a PayPal service, Cash App, Zelle, all these smaller services, like the gifting services, I think they've put a little hurting on PayPal per se. And we'll see what happens. So the callback will happen shortly, and I will record it, and we'll see what they say. It should be interesting.
A few moments later.
Just a moment while I transfer you.
Here we go.
For quality purposes, this call may be monitored and or recorded. Hi, thank you for calling PayPal. This is Kit. Can I please have sir? You can go ahead and ask me now.
All right. I got the refund policy email today, and I was wondering if you can kind of explain it to me.
Right, so just to clarify, sir, you received an email. What's the information on that email again?
It's the new refund policy that it says, earlier this year we notified you that we are updating our user agreement to change our refund policy. We want to let you know that the policy change is going into effect beginning of October 11th, 2019.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. 1 second. Let me just go ahead and find that information, okay?
Okay.
So this is regarding for our new refund policy under our user agreement, right?
That's correct.
Okay, let me go ahead and check that for you, sir, okay, so that I will be able to explain that to you. 1 second.
Okay.
Would it be fine, sir, if I can just place you on hold for just 2 to 3 minutes first?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Just stay on the line, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Address.
It's,
Choose the Notifications tab to update statement.
they don't even know the policy, so
email
this is
notifications and privacy settings. The
not
security
ideal.
tab is where you'll update your
That's bad.
password and security settings. If you need to alter your account that is not attached
Kind of
to a
knew it was going to
PayPal
happen.
account, or if you need to update your annual income, please stay on the line, and one of our customer service representatives will be happy to assist you. If you haven't linked your PayPal credit account to your PayPal account, you're missing out on.
A few moments later.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much for patiently waiting. I'm sorry for the hold. So I'm still checking our user agreement here regarding for the email that you're receiving from PayPal regarding for the new policy. I'm checking everything here with our agreement so that I can explain it to you further. 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I'm sorry. One moment.
Yep.
Alright, sir, thank you so much for patiently waiting. I really do apologize for the hold. So, I was able to get through with the email that you received from PayPal regarding for our upcoming user agreement refund policy change. Actually, when I check our user agreement here, it's not yet updated because this would be effect beginning on October 11, and we haven't received any updates yet regarding for this issue. But I can definitely explain to you what is the change that will happen regarding for the refund policy. So it says here that for the refund policy, if you're going to issue a refund to the buyer or the to someone that sends you the money, we will no longer charge. Um, 1 second. It says here that we will no longer charge a fee to process a refund, but the fees from the original transaction will not be returned. So it means, sir, that if, for example, if you receive a money for goods and services, there would be a fee for that, right? It's the 2.9% plus 30 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to issue a refund to the sender, we will not give back or we will not return also the 2.9% and the 30 cents. It's automatic, sir, that that payment or that amount would be the one that who's going to issue the refund will pay for that.
All right. So okay. So the 30 cents you'll refund, but the higher amount you won't refund.
Yes, sir, that
So
is right.
that makes that's. Can I ask why this policy? Why they decided to do this policy? Because this seems like a total money grab.
I completely understand, sir, the your question about it. I would tell you honestly, sir, we haven't received any updates yet regarding for this new policy of PayPal. Um, uh, I just actually got it on your account, sir, regarding for this policy, and actually, we're still looking about it. The reason why there is actually a change of policy here, but definitely, I understand that. Your complaint regarding for this new policy. However, as of the moment, um, we actually, every policy that we do or any update of policy of what that we do here is actually we um, think about our customers also regarding for our changes here with our policy.
Yeah.
But as of right now, sir, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It just seems like it's highly unethical and immoral to be take. I mean, for an incompleted transaction, non-completed transaction, how could you take? How could you keep that seller's money? I mean, I just don't like. For example, here, so if a buyer pays $600 for a transaction and you don't have it for whatever reason, if you do a lot of transactions or a lot of inventory, the seller loses $18, which does add up. $18 is not chum change. So I'm not understanding why PayPal would. It's a total money grab. I mean, that's the only way I can think of it. I mean, it just doesn't. There's no. It says you adjust the policies to be fair and aligned with the value. There's no value at all. I mean, it's kind of bogus.
I understand your complaints are regarding for our new policy. As I have said a while ago, honestly, sir, we haven't heard about this new policy or regarding this update with our user agreement regarding for the refund. It's actually the first time that I read it regarding for the changes of our refund. And I understand that it's very shocking that regarding for this update. Um, we actually go ahead and take a look of it regarding for this policy, sir, or regarding for this update. So I really do apologize, sir. But it says here, sir, that mostly or this policy will not apply for any. duplicate transactions, voids, or most disputed transactions.
Yep.
And I understand that regarding what you were saying, that if, for example, if the item is no longer in your inventory, the one that was paid to you by the buyer or the
Mm-hmm.
sender, I
Mm-hmm.
understand that, and you have to refund that money because definitely the item is not on your inventory. I understand that, sir, but again, this is actually an update policy of PayPal. Um, it is also under our user agreement, or it would be under our user agreement, affecting on or beginning on
Yeah,
October
yeah,
11
but
of
I'm just
2019.
I'm just not understanding why PayPal would do something like this. I mean, it's totally wrong. I mean, you can't keep that money if the transaction isn't complete. That's you're stealing from the seller. Like I've been out with PayPal for almost 10 years now. I've been there for a long time. So I mean, it's kind of like stabbing the long time users or even any user, stabbing them in the back. I mean, I just don't feel this is right. I don't think any company does something like that. I know it may not be a lot of. It does add up though. That money does add up.
So, yeah, I completely understand, sir. However, this is actually just an update of our refund policy. I understand your complaint. I really do. But however, I really do apologize, sir. But this will be part of our user
Yeah,
agreement
yeah.
as
So I
of
gotta
October
agree. I
11
have
of
to agree to it
2019.
though, right? I mean, to use this. I mean, you're forced to. I mean, that's what happens when you're a monopoly. You're forced to adjust. And the people here really don't have much of a say. Because you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I mean, that's pretty much it. It just seems like a total money grab by PayPal. I don't understand why they would do something like that because it's just totally wrong. You know, it's unethical. Yeah.
I really do apologize for
You,
that one, sir. But yeah, we are also a company, so that we also have update our policy or our user agreement. And I understand your complaint. We respect that regarding your complaint about it, sir. Um, and we really do apologize, sir. But this is actually an upgrade or an update policy of PayPal regarding for a refund, so that it actually be um, so.
I mean, wait. Can I ask like, is there anybody like higher up? I know you're preaching the company line. I mean, there's not much you can say really besides hear my complaint and just read the email pretty much. Is there like anybody higher up that knows why they're doing this or anything like that?
Well, I can connect you over to our supervisor, sir. I understand that. But however, sure, I can go ahead and connect you over.
Okay, yeah, I'm not yelling at you or anything like that or mad at you. I just think it's a terrible policy. I like somebody to hear my opinion, get feedback of why this is bad because eventually people are going to start complaining. They might not complain now because some people skip over the email, but businesses will see this and I don't know if that will be good for PayPal per se because they're taking away people's money.
All right, no worries, sir. I'll go ahead and connect you over now, okay?
Okay, thank you for the help.
You're welcome.
From your PayPal credit account. You can link your accounts by visiting
She doesn't know what to
by
say.
logging
I mean,
into
it's
your
pretty
PayPal
evident.
account, clicking Profile, selecting PayPal
Um,
Credit, and then choosing Update
Pretty
Preferences.
evident. She doesn't know what
You
she's
can
saying.
also link your account by selecting PayPal Credit the next time you check out with PayPal.
I mean, she doesn't know what to say. I figured the company line would be preached, and it was.
Don't have a PayPal account? Just
So we'll see
visit
what happens talking to the
PayPal.com
supervisor.
and click on Sign Up.
A few moments later.
How can I help, sir?
I actually had a question about this new refund agreement or new refund policy that's going into effect October 11th. I basically was wondering why the changes were going to happen and why PayPal felt a need to change the original policy.
Actually, sir, to be honest with you, this is long overdue. We're supposed to impose this agreement last May, but we're just being approved this month only in terms of refund.
Yeah, so
You can still remember that we put a splash in our um, in our website, and we sent an email last May regarding this update, regarding this refund policy. But yeah, like I said, we just imposed this.
yeah, but my question is, what I'm just wondering why though? Why would you, just the way it's written, like we will not charge a fee to process refunds, which is okay. All right, so you don't refund the 30 cents, but the fees from the original transaction will not be returned. I mean, what is the reason behind not returning the fees to a non-completed transaction?
Yeah, actually, some of the customer asking about that too, regarding this new policy that we have. Um, Hold on, sir. Let me review this further for you.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Hello.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, actually, I just reviewed this particular agreement that will be changed next month. So your question is why we actually changed this policy, right?
Mhm.
So basically, sir, when we do make changes, it is only after careful consideration. We check everything out, and we rarely update our policies related to refunds. If I'm not mistaken, I've been with PayPal for like 8 years now, but this is the first time that we actually change policies in terms of refunds. But then again, we are actually focused on ensuring the best possible experience for our customers while at the same time managing costs, related to processing transactions and aligning our policy to industry standards. So, that's basically why we do change some policy in terms of refund.
From the outside, it looks like it's a total money grab that you're just recouping them. Like for example, here, so if somebody spends $600 or so, and somebody with a lot of inventory or whatever refunds them, PayPal's keeping what is it, $18 or something, $18. I don't understand how PayPal can just keep that $18 for a non-completed transaction. I feel like you're screwing the seller more than anything. The buyers get all the protection in the world. The sellers continued to get very little protection because buyers can just basically claim anything they want and get anything they want, while the seller basically continues to get screwed. Even when an unauthorized charge happens, they still take $20 from them. So I'm not understanding why PayPal isn't just they're I don't know. I've been with them for 10 years, almost 10 years now, and I disagree with this refund policy. I just don't agree with it. I think it's unethical and immoral, and it's not right what they're doing.
I'm sorry, I really understand that, to be honest with you. But of course, we have to understand the fact as well that PayPal brings you more than just payment processing. Your business has access to our platform's full suite of tools, products, and support built to scale with you, such as customizing or invoicing to help you get paid sooner, access to business loans, world-class fraud monitoring,
I understand
providing
that.
cover protection
I
for
understand.
eligible transactions,
Yeah,
and that we actually simplify your day-by-day operations. So,
I
you know,
understand that, but why? I mean, why? I mean, what's the true reason of keeping the refunded money though? I just don't understand that for for a non-completed transaction.
well, yeah, actually, I got your point on that one. Regarding that particular policy, everything is actually in our website. All the FAQs there, all the questions you have, and feel free to have a feedback regarding this new policy, sir.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like you can't really answer the question per se. I don't think you might. Maybe don't have enough, or not power, but power, pretty much to. I mean, who? Uh, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I think a lot of people will probably be complaining probably next month, October 12th or whatever, October 11th. People are gonna look
And
over.
and that,
Yeah, I
no,
just I mean, who's responsible usually for making this change? Like, what type of position? Not the supervisor,
those
but
are yeah, those are executives, sir.
uh,
The boss of our bosses. You know what I'm saying? So they're the one who's deciding this. Um, of course, when we do make changes to our fees and other policies, um, it is only after careful consideration and after taking into account a number of factors. Of course, we actually review everything, what's going to be the impact, or, while we cannot guarantee you will not be impacted by similar changes in the future, of course, we will always give you sufficient notice. Just like,
yeah, I think
just right
this
now,
is I think this is gonna
when you
be
impact your business.
I think it's gonna impact PayPal. I think it's a huge. I'll probably be staying. I'm gonna be honest with you because it's the easiest way, and frankly, PayPal's monopoly, and you know what monopolies are. So, I think this will piss a lot of people off. I think to say that. I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
understand that,
gonna
sir. That's
turn
going to be
people
on
off.
point. We're actually, it's really hard to say that this will be retained or whatnot. Well, of course, we have to see the impact to all the consumers of PayPal. So
I think
they'll
you.
find it out.
I think I don't know. They might lose money. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why PayPal did this. To be honest with you, either there's more competition now with these other payment apps or whatever. That's why they need the. It's. I think it's complete money grab, in my opinion, to take the money from the hardworking seller. And I don't know. I'm just voicing my opinion. I hope other people voice their opinion on this and agree because this is it's just absolutely I think it's nonsense. It's just unethical. It's just unethical.
Sure, I really understand it. Well, like I said, sir, feel free to, you can actually do a feedback, um, or if you have any questions, feel free to hit a message or shoot a message to us. You know,
Uh, who,
so
who would I send a message to that would actually read it, not just spam
yeah,
it?
you can actually go to PayPal.com at the very bottom. You'll see your feedback
Yeah.
at the very bottom. So
Yeah, I got yeah, I've done the feedback thing before. All right. So I guess there isn't much you can say either then. Um, is there something that's like even higher up than a supervisor or no?
no, sir. Actually, I'm there as point of contact.
Okay. Um, all right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing.
Yeah, sir. I'm so sorry about that for for that changes.
Uh,
But then again, this will be still subject for review or whatnot, and we'll take it from there. After it's over.
all right. Is there any going to be any type of buyer agreement changes as well?
For that one, as per se, I cannot say anything about that. But one thing about merchants, or as I review this out, for disputes handled as
Yep.
a result of this change, it says here merchants are fully refunded the transaction fees.
Yeah. So the 30 cents, the measly 30 cents.
No. I mean, for disputes, it says it's fully refunded the transaction fees. So, they will not be taking out any funds if there's like a dispute that happened or claims.
Yeah. But my thing was about the seller. Like if you're like a seller like myself or whatever, and you have to refund somebody, you don't get the PayPal feedback, which is the 2.8%, I believe. Are they gonna increase the 2.8% now too, to 3%?
No, I don't think so. It'd still be the same percentage amount, 2.9% plus 30 cents.
All right. So it's
We're
two.
talking. We're basically talking about just the refund, sir.
Yeah, which is
Pretty much about it.
yeah, which is a problem. But all right, I'm gonna have to adjust to some stuff then. Okay. I think that's pretty much all the questions I have, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
um,
Oh, sir, like I said, you're open for feedback. We will consider that out and check everything.
yeah. All right. That's all I got to say, really.
All right.
All right.
So much for your time, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Jesus Christ. All right. So you heard it there. You heard I don't know if you've gone this far, this audio recording or listening to video, whatever. Just nobody can explain it why they're doing it. Even a supervisor can't. They don't have a good explanation. It is a money grab, like all these companies. PayPal says either take it or kick rocks, and they don't really care because they're the monopoly of the online payment game, whatever you want to call it. Forced to take it for now, but I will give my feedback, and I hope other people will give their feedback as well. Because to do that, it's just, like I said, it's highly unethical, it's immoral, and it's unfathomable. It's just unacceptable. Completely. And, I don't got, it's just, what else is there to say? I mean, it's just, big companies screwing over the people. It's just a simple case of that. So, if you're a seller, I would just complain, write the feedback. I think it's going to happen anyways. Doesn't matter how many feedbacks they're going to get negatively upon the subject. It's going to happen. And again, you adjust or you go away. It's pretty much that. But the best thing to do is complain. It's pretty much that simple. Complain and say it's unacceptable. Because it is. And that's that. Alright, so the conclusion, there is your conclusion right there. You heard everything I had to say. You heard everything PayPal had to say. I will say this as a disclaimer. I did not put names of the PayPal. I purposely left the PayPal names of the representatives, even if it was not their real name that they use. There is times, as people will know, that representatives do not use their real names, and it's usually outside of the United States. For whatever reason, just the way it goes. This is important. I do not have any type of hatred toward these employees that I talk to, because they're just doing their job and giving the company line. There's not much they can really do. There is, I want to be angry at them, but I like, especially the woman representative. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing she can do. And I'm frustrated at the whole situation. So I wasn't really yelling at them, but my tone was pissed off. So the founders, the people that run it now, um, there's Dan Schulman, who's the current president and CEO. So this Schulman guy, he's the one that people should have backlash against because he's the one that's letting this happen. And you have former CEO of eBay, and it seems like every eBay representative, I have a problem with all of them, to be honest with you, because they all run shitty. They don't do a good job, and I've been screwed, and many other people have been screwed off this website, and they're just bad news. His name is John Donahoe. I think that's how you pronounce it. Udaho. No, John's Donahoe. I was just kidding. All right, so those are the guys that should be taking a lot of bull crap from people. And the founders of it doesn't really matter at this point because it's who's running the damn company. That's who's responsible for making these type of decisions. So the founders and owners in the past, it's all relevant. In my opinion, it's John Schulman and this John Donahoe guy. What is his name? Dan Schulman, sorry. Dan Schulman and John Donahoe are the ones running PayPal. And they're the ones that are letting these type of decisions be made. And quite frankly, I don't, they're rich. They don't care. And well, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we're going to see what happens. We'll see what happens when this policy takes effect. I think PayPal, I think they're going to lose. I don't know if they're going to lose money. I don't think they're going to make the money that they want to make from it. I think this policy is going to turn sellers off. And there's sellers that make lots of money, and with their service. And if they find another platform to sell on that doesn't have these ridiculous type of stipulations and fees, they're gonna hightail it out. I mean, there's they can take. There's a lot of companies, a lot of stores, a lot of online business that only take credit cards. So they go through a different processor, and they don't have to use PayPal anymore. PayPal is good for the balance. It's good for that. That's the thing about PayPal. They're good for having the balance, like an online account per se, and you don't need to use card. You can use your balance. I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. The money in your account balance, not using from your bank account or anything else. But this is it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I kind of knew what was going to happen. I knew they're going to probably give me the company line because they don't even know. That's the disappointing thing. They don't even know. They don't even know. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much out of words. I'm gonna go in a circle and circle and circle and circle about saying the same thing, but that's it. That's all I got to say. Disappointing, extremely disappointing. Complain. If you find a different service, then go for it. Whatever works for you. But I did my part. I'm letting the awareness go out to everybody, and that's all I can pretty much do on my end. And I think it's important. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for listening and watching this whole entire thing. If you did, I appreciate you. You can subscribe to the channel if you want. As of now, I don't make any money off of YouTube or any service I put this on or whatever. I don't make money. I don't have the AdSense. I don't got any of that. I do it out of a hobby and fun. So see you later. On to the next one. Arrivederci.